Hello YouTubers. Sorry it took so long to get any video up. If you subscribed, I just want to say thank you for your patience. I've been promising videos about the Constitution for a while, so today we get to it. This right here is a copy of the Constitution, and yeah. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to read it to you guys, and then I'm going to explain what it means, section by section. So let's get on with it. Actually, before I get going with this, I'm going to divide it up into sections, like I said. And today I'm going to get to the preamble of the Constitution and sections 1 and 2. So here we go. So the Constitution of the United States of America. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. This is called the Preamble of the Constitution, or the introduction, if you will. And this little portion right here sets the tone for the entire document. And right here, it says that our founding fathers called themselves "We the People of the United States." They didn't come as lawmakers or legislators. They approached as the people of the United States, and they wrote this document to first form a more perfect union. They wanted to unite the 13 colonies. Of course, as if you guys paid attention to history class, you would have known that there were 13 colonies in the United States at this time. And they wanted to unite them as one nation. So, to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, which is to provide for a judicial system that is, like a Supreme Court, Superior Court, and a municipal court. Ensure domestic tranquility, that would be punishment for crime. Provide for common defense, that's military. Promote the general welfare. And no, I'm not talking about a government program. They're not talking about government programs like EBT or whatever. Not talking about any of that. They want to make sure that they want to make sure that they establish a economic system where people can freely, a system of free enterprise where people can freely buy and trade and sell, buy goods freely without government interference. And that's the system that we have today, but are sadly losing that. Secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish for the Constitution. Do establish this Constitution for the United States of America. So they also, and besides all the things they listed, that is to unite the 13 colonies, establish the court system, police, providing for the military, and to promote for capitalism. And besides all that, they're also securing the blessings of liberty, which would be all the freedoms we have, to themselves and to the people that they call them their posterity. And having said all this, they do ordain and establish the Constitution. And this Constitution was actually came 10 years after the American Revolutionary War, and in between that time, we had the Articles of Confederation, and that lasted this country 10 years. And needless to say, it just had some major flaws. The biggest of them being that the Continental Congress, the Federal Congress, could not levy the taxes or raise them or lower them. All they could do, or borrow money from the states. The best they could do was say to the states, "Pretty please," and hope that they give them money. With this, they fixed that issue, and that will be in a little bit. You'll see that in a little bit in a future video. So let's get right into the meat and potatoes of the Constitution. Article 1, Section 1. All legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives. So right here, the Constitution is saying that all legislative or lawmaking powers of the United States will be given to a Congress. And this Congress will be composed of two parts, a Senate and House of Representatives. Now you might be asking, what is that? Well, that's what Sections 2 and 3 will solve. We'll get to Section 3 in a future video. So now let's get into Section 2, which deals with the House of Representatives. Section 2. The House of Representatives shall be composed of members chosen every second year by the people of the several states, and the electors in each state, which shall have the qualifications requisite for electors of the most numerous branch of the state legislature. So now we've gotten into what the House of Representatives is. Right here, they're telling how they're chosen. There will be an election of the common folk, of all the people of the United States, and they will vote for who they say should represent them. And they also set up the Electoral College, which pretty much is to take the votes that the people said, and they put their vote with based on how the people in their area are voting. And that's how the representatives are chosen. And it also says that they will be the most numerous branch of the state legislature, which means the biggest branch of the legislature. Why? Well, let's go on. No person shall be a representative who shall not have attained to the age of 25 years and have been 7 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of the state in which he shall be chosen. So now it's setting the age requirements. You have to be at least 25 years old. If you're an immigrant, you have to have been living here. You have to have been a citizen here in the United States for at least 7 years. And you have to be an inhabitant of the state for which you are chosen to represent. Let's move on. Representatives and direct taxes shall be apportioned among the several states, which may be included within this union according to their respective numbers, which shall be determined by adding to the whole number of free persons, including those bound to service for a term of years, and excluding Indians not taxed, 3/5 of all other persons. So now it's talking about how the representatives and direct taxes will be apportioned among the several states. They say several because, once again, there were 13 colonies and 13 states at this time. So, according to the number of people within a state, that's the number that determines how many representatives that state will have and what their tax level will be. And they said direct taxes. Now, what are those? Well, that's taxes based on property, things that you own. Now, why pay direct taxes? Well, who provides for the military protection there? Who provides for your police protection? That's right, the government does. And since they pay their soldiers and their police officers to protect that area and to fight crime and to protect it from other foreign invaders, why should you not pay your taxes to the government? And right, also in this part here, they also set to the 3/5 compromise. Now, 3/5 compromise is because at this time racism ruled the day. There was slavery going on, and our founding fathers were not racist at all. Instead, they wanted to free all the slaves. Okay, they wanted to. But because the people would not have any of it. They chose to have the 3/5 compromise, because if they had chosen to have all the slaves freed, this document would not have been passed. So that's why they have it here. And moving on. The actual enumeration shall be made within 3 years after the first meeting of Congress of the United States, and within every subsequent term of 10 years, in such manner as they shall by law direct. The number of representatives shall not exceed one for every 30,000, but each state shall have at least one representative. And until such enumeration shall be made, the state of New Hampshire shall be entitled to choose 3, Massachusetts 8, Rhode Island and Providence Plantations 1, Connecticut 5, New York 6, New Jersey 4, Pennsylvania 8, Delaware 1, Maryland 6, Virginia 10, North Carolina 5, South Carolina 5, and Georgia 3. So now they're setting the groundwork for a census. You know, every 10 years, government agents come to your door and have you fill out a survey. And what this does, it determines how many people are in each state. And if the number of citizens in a particular state goes up enough, you get a new representative. And right here, they said that each state will be able to choose their representatives, but no less than 2, and there's 1 representative for every 30,000 people. And then they go on to list each state and how many they will be able to choose, to elect. And they did this for a reason. You know, one representative representing a state of, say, 800,000 people, that's just going to stress them out. So you need more representatives for that. And so that's why they put this here. Moving on. When vacancies happen in the representation from any state, the executive authority thereof shall issue rights of election to fill such vacancies. So now it's saying that if a representative leaves office or he has to quit, for whatever reason, the executive authority of that state, which would be the governor, will then issue a right of election to fill such vacancies. That is, he will appoint a new representative to fill his place until next election. Moving on. The House of Representatives shall choose their Speaker and other officers, and shall have the sole power of impeachment. So now, to finish this video off, in this section, it says the Constitution has finally said that the House of Representatives will be able to elect their Speaker or their lead representative, who will lead the House of Representatives, and other officers or those below him. So that when the House of Representatives is away on business, one of the other officers will take over as in his place while he's gone. And shall have the sole power of impeachment. That would be to fire the President of the United States should he commit crimes like treason or whatever. If that need ever arises, which has almost happened to a couple presidents, Johnson and Nixon, just to name them. Of course, Nixon actually resigned before they could, but if he hadn't, they would have impeached him. And anyway, so that should conclude this video. So thanks for watching, and bye.